20th pick in the 2022 OHL Priority Selection, the North Bay Battalion is pleased to select from the North Central Predators, Ethan Procyszyn.
I think it's the total package with Ethan. I mean, first of all, he's got a real burning desire to be a hockey player. So the work that he put in over the summer, it was evident when he showed up to camp. But the things that we really liked in the draft was the size, the compete, the IQ. He's a very honest player. He plays 200 feet. And, for us, it was very intriguing just getting to see him play at the Tier 2 level as well. So when his team was knocked out and they weren't able to compete at the OHL Cup, Ethan, he kept playing. He was playing with the Collingwood Blues, and he played some playoff games, and it didn't look out of place at all, and it was taking a regular shift. So got some rave reviews from the coach there as well, and we're just really excited to be able to grab him where we did. Well, I think first of all, he's a big body. He knows how to use it too. So, I mean, he can find space in areas. He can win battles. He's also got a great shot. The thing that stood out for us was just the versatility. And, we're going to be a pretty deep team this year, but I think that the way that Ethan's game translates, he's going to be able to fit in a lot of different situations and kind of be a chameleon in his first year, but able to do a lot of different things, which, is a great trait to have, especially for your coaches.
The choices, and guys, we'll start out with Jacob Terrian, chosen by the North Bay Battalion out of the Clarington Toros, Daryl.
Well, really, Jacob was a very intriguing prospect right from the start of the season. A guy that you can't help but notice every time he plays. He's just an electric player. He plays well above his size. He wants to take on anybody on the ice. And he's just got a real competitive spirit that we've found a lot of success with some of the guys that we drafted in previous years. And I think he's going to fit in really well with our culture here.
And guys, the North Bay Battalion with the selection here, and Anthony, the Mississauga Senators, another pick out of the Senators. This time it's defenseman Tyson Turley.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, he's a winner, obviously. Playing in those big moments, it's something that we certainly don't take for granted. You need experience in big games, and to have the experience to do so and play the role that Braden did was certainly a big feather in his cap. For us, Braden does everything very well. I think that he's a strong kid. He skates very well. He plays with a bit of an edge. He defends well. Our coaches are really looking forward to working with him to see how his game translates at the OHL level. But he's a smart kid, and he's been really coachable so far. So I think he's going to pick it up really quickly and be an impactful player for us down the line here. Tyson's a high character kid. He comes from an outstanding family. A guy that I had the benefit of getting a chance to talk to just throughout the season, just being a northern kid and coming through our dressing room, and always just came away impressed with just his presence, the professionalism, his mannerisms. He's just a really impressive person. He came into camp this year and he blew away a lot of the fitness testing. His skating, his physicality, I think it's all going to translate really well for him. He's going to get some opportunities with us this year. He's going to play primarily with Boston Voodoos, but he's a guy that I think is going to be able to fit in when called upon and have a bright future in our league. Yeah, I mean, we watched Michael a lot. The Quinty program is always one that's in the mix in the finals and tournaments and playing in the big games. So that right off the bat, just the eye test, there was a immediate, loved his athleticism, loved his compete factor. I think for me, what really separated Michael was his interview. He's a kid that, he's very easygoing, but he wants to win. And I think that's a really important trait. You could tell that he's got a great hockey sense, which for me, it's a really underrated skill that a goalie needs to have if they're going to be able to play and compete at this level. But Michael has it in spades. So we're really happy to be able to take him. I think he's going to fit in really well with some of the other goalies that we have in our system. And Maverick Parks is going to do a great job developing him over the next couple of years. And it won't be long before you see him in the nets in the OHL.